Peace, peace, peace. This your brother Monroe Jr. I'm going to be offering my brief commentary right after this quick clip. Peace.
Reparations for slave defenders.
I know, but what does that mean exactly?
Money.
Well, I think that right now our job is to address the crises facing the American people and our communities. And I think there are better ways to do that than just writing out a check.
Peace, peace, peace. This your brother Monroe Jr. So if you've been keeping up with Bernie Sanders as of late, he was on the show that I just showed in the clip, but he also was on the Breakfast Club, and our people desired a transparent answer from him. We desired disclosure from him pertaining to his sentiments about reparations of the descendants of African people who were brought over from Africa and are the descendants of slaves here in America. And of course, as politicians do, the first interview he kind of deflected. The second interview on the Breakfast Club, he gave a more direct no. And it's really interesting because in that act, he's manifesting his own hypocrisy, as he was a part of the legislative governance and bringing into existence of the Holocaust Railway Justice Act, which gave reparations to Jews who were victims of France, and our government, the Justice Department, is paying reparations to them. Till this day, they were awarded $60 million. Some families, I'm reading them on some reports, are receiving $200,000. Some families I'm reading on some reports are receiving $400,000. So we can see that these politicians, that these white people who Bernie Sanders is a Jew, but they don't have our best interest. And to be honest and to be frank, the Jews played a major part in slavery. A lot of them were the merchants, meaning they were about getting the bag. They were the middle person. They were dealing with the money, right? Rothschild and Lehman Brothers gained major capital from sharecropping, from our people being sharecroppers. They supplied a lot of the supplies to us, as they were the merchants. We were promised 40 acres and a mule. And it's so interesting that the president, or excuse me, the founder of Howard, Howard, was the man who promised us that. I found that quite interesting. And it was our ancestors' hard work that really laid the foundation for the economy of this nation, that fueled the Industrial Revolution, that gave political, financial, and economical power, clout to America and Europe. One of the top psychologists in America, I would like to call to the witness stand if I'm saying his name right, Mr. Joseph Fegan. He says that the amount of wealth that America owes to black people is staggering. It's between $5 to $24 trillion. So America has a lien against it. Nature, the universe, our God has come and placed a lien against America. A debt is owed against America in these Caucasians for their evil done against our people, brothers and sisters. And the God has come to give us the recompense or the reward since they are not willing to. I want us, brothers and sisters, because I don't think it's in their hearts to give us what's justly owed to us. I want us to continue, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has said, to watch the weather. So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has laid the economic blueprint before us. You can go to economicblueprint.org. We're asking for 5 cents a day, 35 cents a week. We're asking for 5 cents a day, 35 cents a week. We already have over $1 million in it. And we're trying to purchase a lot of land for our people. This is the only economic blueprint that's painless, that's been put before our people. You can go to economicblueprint.org. And, you know, there are a lot of white people saying, you know, black people don't deserve this and that. Well, I mean, if that's the case, then you don't deserve your freedom that's been granted to you in this country by way of the hardship that's been placed on indigenous people. This is not you all's native land. Let's be very clear. Everything that your forefathers did, they stole. In fact, one of the most celebrated Americans, George Washington, had 300 slaves himself. So he wasn't a righteous man. Thomas Jefferson, none of them were righteous men. In fact, one of the greatest, since you all love to talk about affirmative actions and how black people in the civil rights movement got affirmative actions, one of the greatest affirmative action was granted to white people, where the government gave the Homestead Act. The government gave white people 250 million acres of land. So you all always have been granted and given your wealth from your government by way of being stole from native or indigenous people, family. So history is very important that we know. And as I stated earlier, it's a lien against America for the injustices done to our people. Our God wants that lien paid, or it's gonna be some European descendants getting slaved. God said that he would take the blood from the righteous, from Abel to Zechariah, and place it on one generation. He's come to serve justice. As the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, let's all continue to watch the weather. This your brother Monroe Jr. I'm signing off.